What is up, YouTube? It's your boy, the franchise guy, and we're starting this episode of scouting like always. Nate Wood, the tight end, 5th round draft pick. AJ Saunders, a 3rd round tight end. I mean, yeah, Ben Reed right here, 4th rounder. Uh, Nathan Zolak. Oh boy, that's a bust right there. 3rd round pick, Malcolm Brandstater right there. Caleb Roy. Ah, right there. Taking on the Panthers though. Um, Yeah, take on the Panthers. Eagles Panthers. This is going to be a good game. I guarantee it right now. I mean, we're going for what do we have? 2 losses on this season, I think, right now. I mean, we pretty much have this division locked in. If we end up losing the division, I don't know what to expect because we don't know how to take a failure here in the city of brotherly love. We've just had so much winning as past couple of seasons that yeah, losing is not something we know how to cope with. But Zach Ertz right here, the greatest tight end in Eagles history, the greatest tight end in NFL history. Last week, 5 catches, 53 yards with 2 touchdowns. I mean, you can't beat that. 2 touchdowns, regardless of who you are, is always a good feat to have. Jordan Mailata, fullback. I mean, I feel like Jordan Mailata, he had plans to make him a big part of our offense, big part of our run game, big part of our goal line game. And it just all kind of fell through. But see this game kicking off right there. It's a touchback from Deontay Johnson. Christian McCaffrey doing what Christian McCaffrey does. Big pickup right there. I mean, forcing down pressure to the red zone right now. 3rd and 8 for the Eagles. Cam Newton under pressure, and we're just going to get the first down right there. Greg Olsen with the reception gets the first down, and then about 5 more yards. I'm not saying scripting is a thing, but I'm pretty sure scripting is a thing in this game. If it's not, I don't know what is, because that's definitely scripting to me. Cam Newton out rolling out back. I mean, why were we not able to get to him? We have probably the best defensive line in all of baseball, geez, in all of football. But we're getting locked up on single coverage, so they get moved down to the 4 yard line. So I don't know. I'm just not saying scripting is a thing. I know other YouTubers have said scripting is a problem in this mode, but I don't know. I'm not saying it is. I'm just saying it's a possibility that we're not getting a fair shot at beating these Panthers. But again, not getting a fair shot. Christian McCaffrey walks into the end zone right here. I mean, does a little dance. The greatest white running back of all time is Christian McCaffrey. No ifs, ands, or buts. I am real ashamed the Eagles did not pick up Christian McCaffrey in the draft a couple years ago. I think the best part is every time there's a player I want the Eagles to get, starts haha Clinton Dix. That's where it started. It was haha Clinton Dix. It was literally Packers Eagles. It's like, oh well, Eagles are gonna pick up Clinton Dix after the Packers select them. I mean, Packers. There's no reason for the Packers to select Clinton Dix. I mean, they're gonna pick something else. They're gonna move on. Not even bad. Now, don't worry about it. They're gonna get Clinton Dix. Eagles select Packers select haha Clinton Dix. Wow, that's something right there. A team that wasn't even projected to take him takes him. Greatest thing ever. He was then traded back and drafted Malcolm Smith, something Smith. Absolute bust of a player. Didn't fit in the system. Doesn't not even in the football league anymore. I think he went to the Seahawks. Then he requested to be cut for mental health reasons, which I never understood that. Like, what do you need to be cut for mental health reasons? I just never. There's something I was a big fan of for professional athletes. I mean, not saying that professional athletes can't need mental breaks. I know Brandon Brooks in his first season with the Eagles had a week off for problems with his anxiety. So, I mean, I'm not against players needing breaks for that, but I don't understand why you needed to be cut or released or something like that let go because of your mental health. That's what I don't understand. Why that is. Maybe I'm overthinking things. Maybe I don't know the full story about why it happened. Maybe I never will. But and then we had a couple years down the road, then those are big problems until Christian McCaffrey came up. Christian McCaffrey, from the time the Patriots won the Super Bowl, was projected to literally go number 32. Number 32 he was projected to go. I mean, in case you didn't know, Patriots didn't really need a running back, so not a big deal, because they don't draft position players like that in the first round. The Eagles, though, who need a running back, were sitting at 15. Well, literally until the day of the draft, it was Christian McCaffrey is either going to go to the Eagles or he's going to sit around. He's going to go to the Patriots. Those are the two teams he will go to. Eagles at 15 or Patriots at 32, because they're the only two teams that will need a receiving back like that. Then the day of the draft comes up, and it's oh hey, by the way, Panthers may be interested in Christian McCaffrey. Panthers, of course, are one spot in front of the Eagles. So, little old me thinks, oh, there's no way the Panthers. It's some dumb rumor. No one's gonna act on it. Panthers aren't gonna take McCaffrey. Eagles gonna get the running back they need. Lo and behold, Christian McCaffrey went 14th overall to the Carolina Panthers, and the Eagles selected a man named Derek Barnett, who is not a bad pickup. No, I'm not. I'm not dissing Derek Barnett. I'm not saying anything bad about Barnett. He is a great pickup. He is a great addition to that defensive line. He is literally part of the reason why the Eagles won the Super Bowl. I mean, he recovered the fumble. I mean, you can't get much better than that right there. But I think the Eagles probably would have had better success if they had McCaffrey over Barnett. I feel like you can find pass rushing linemen all the time in free agency or in the draft, but actual good running backs are a lot harder to come by. I feel like, especially consistent running backs. McCaffrey has been pretty consistent, pretty much throughout his career. But in case you guys didn't realize, for this game we're playing right now, it is JT Barrett's professional debut. Yep. JT Barrett, his first ever career game, Eagles debut, NFL debut. I mean, he sat on our practice squad for a little bit, then we called him up because I didn't want him being claimed. So, that's fun right there. But JT Barrett, welcome to the professional league right now. I mean, Carson Wentz started his game off. I think he played the first quarter, and then we just gave it to Barrett from here. Didn't even put Nick Foles in, just went straight to Barrett. There's no reason to put a quarterback like that in jeopardy of getting injured, especially for the playoffs, because Carson Wentz does have injury problems. So I'd rather Carson Wentz get hurt and us have Nick Foles ready, or instead of playing him this game and we get Nick Foles hurt, and then we need Nick Foles, but we only have JT. You know what I mean? I'd rather have Nick Foles healthy and not play this game, instead of hurt, play this game, and have JT Barrett for the backup going into the playoffs. But maybe I'm overthinking things. Maybe I'm just crazy. Who knows? Probably a bit of both when you really think about it. Break it down. I'm definitely at least a little crazy. Who knows? Maybe I'm totally sane. But this week's 17 matchup is not going the Eagles' way at all, as they find themselves down 17-7 with less than 9 minutes in the third quarter right here. Gonna get this ball to Dallas Goedert. Goedert going to get upfield. That's a nice big pickup. Goedert is a pretty explosive player when you really get down to business. Doesn't see much of the field because Zach Ertz is the greatest player in Eagles history next to Carson Wentz. But I don't know. I think Goddard, if he was on a team that didn't have Zach Ertz, or if Zach Ertz ever got hurt for an extended period of time, we wouldn't even have to worry about tight ends. Like, if Zach Ertz said he wanted to retire at the end of the season, we wouldn't have to worry about getting a tight end. We'd sign a veteran free agent tight end to a 1-2 year deal, and then we would rock with Dallas Goedert. Dallas Goedert would be the man to go to, hands down. full faith in Dallas Goedert, but I also have full faith that Zach Ertz is the face of the Eagles receiving core. I mean, sure, we have Nelson Aguilar, we have Alshon Jeffrey, Deshaun Jackson, Braxton Barrows. Zach Ertz, though. Zach Ertz is the face of the Eagles receiving core. He is the face for many years to come, many years to be. And if you don't have a Zach Ertz jersey, I highly recommend getting a Zach Ertz jersey because it is a great investment for anyone who wants a long-term Eagle. Zach Ertz. Zach Ertz, easy way around it. Zach Ertz, I guess Jason Peters. I guess maybe people don't have offensive lineman jerseys though, so that's kind of weird to get an O lineman jersey. But if you want an O lineman jersey, get Jason Peters, Evan Mathis, Lane Johnson, Jason Kelsey. I feel like Jason Kelsey is one of those players that if he was ever traded, he would retire because he doesn't want to play for another team. I remember a couple years ago, the Patriots traded center Brian Stork, I think was his name, to the Redskins, and Stork did not want to play for the Redskins. So instead of demanding a trade or being released or anything, he retired. He walked away from football because he did not want to play for the Redskins. I mean, I wouldn't want to play for the Redskins either, but that's not. I'm not walking away from. I guess he wasn't making millions yet. He was still on his rookie contract, so he didn't miss out on much. He wasn't making, tens of millions or just millions of dollars. He was making hundreds of thousands, which I feel like he would have gotten off his agreed upon money, off his guaranteed money, and would have been fine. You know what I mean? He would have lived a nice, happy, healthy life on his hundreds of thousands of dollars. But who knows? Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe he didn't. Maybe he's broke now. He's probably not. He's probably living a great life. Probably graduated college by now. Probably has a law firm. Something good going on for him. Look at that. Look at JT Barrett showing off right now in front of this Eagles crowd right now, showing why he should be the starter for Week 17. I mean, he's making some plays out there, making us give some looks, see if he wants to be brought back in the preseason next year, see if he wants to win that roster spot over again. I mean, Nick Foles is probably leaving the Eagles after this season, so something we're going to have to deal with in the near future because the playoffs are upon us and they'll have free agency and draft. So even if we draft a quarterback or so, I mean, we're still going to be stuck without having a veteran backup. But JT Barrett, being someone who's played this Eagles system, he knows how the system works. Might be just for a couple of games, knows how the system works, and can easily, win this number 3 spot, number 2 spot even, depending on how he grows as a player. But, Eagles back to 14-17. Barrett's still out here, going to be fired deep, but as incomplete right there on the sideline. Haven't had much success with those passes, especially with Barrett. I mean, we've had great success with Carson Wentz throwing sideline passes, but Barrett, not really. Wouldn't say he's had the biggest margin, though, so it could just be the one game thing, could just be him in general for his accuracy. But I am not going to knock him one bit. He is doing just great for someone who is starting in place of Carson Wentz, just so Carson Wentz doesn't get hurt. Just because we don't need Carson Wentz to start right now is the only reason he's out there. But rolling out right again, showing he's got some legs, and again, just can't. Does he get that one? Actually, he actually gets that one. Look at that, 262 yards. He was rocking number 5. He has his blessing from Donovan McNabb. It's the last second number. Didn't have a number coming into the game. Donovan McNabb, though, being at the stadium to congratulate the Eagles on clinching another playoff berth. I mean, gave the blessing to wear his number for this game. It is a one-game-only situation, though. So, yeah, that's why he's wearing number 5. Was given, pre-approval from Donovan McNabb, who was at the Lincoln Financial Field in the front office, just, with the players, with the coaching staff, with the front office staff, really, just going over some things. Maybe Donovan McNabb is looking for a job with the Eagles right now. I mean, the Eagles coaching staff is pretty stacked right now. You have Tony Romo at offensive coordinator, Brian Dawkins is defensive coordinator. John Runyon, uh, former Eagle again right there, is our offensive lines coach. Defensive lines coach is Jared Allen, another former, not an Eagle, but that's a former Viking right there, Jared Allen. He's come back to the league just to play some football, coach for some football, really. Special teams is by Ted Ginn Jr. We have a pretty stacked coaching staff of all former all-star players, high quality players that know what they're talking about. So maybe Donovan McNabb is looking to take over that vacant QB coach. We don't really have a QB coach because Tony Romo is taking on pretty much both roles as O coordinator and QB coach, just because he knows how to work with QBs, he knows how to be there. But maybe coming into the offseason, Donovan McNabb will be announced as the QB coach. So stay tuned for that update. But who knows? Maybe I'm just having fun. Maybe I'm just trying to figure out how to talk for another 2 minutes as this episode wraps up. I mean, we do have the lead right now, and Hail Mary interception right there from Cam Newton ends the game right there. Not Jack Doyle, Ron Rivera. Not happy about that interception right there. Jack Doyle is a former manager of the Raiders. I think so is Ron Rivera at one point, maybe. Who knows? I'm not entirely sure, actually. But if you guys like this episode, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. If you guys are proud of what JT Barrett did, you leave a comment down below saying we should give JT another chance, bring him back during the offseason, give him maybe another 1-year deal. But like, comment, subscribe. If you missed an episode, check the playlist down below. There are plenty of episodes for Madden 19 that I've put out so far. I mean, stay tuned for the next episodes coming out in about an hour or so. Because this one comes out at 12, so I think the next one comes out at 2. Yeah, so in 2 hours, we'll have the start of the playoffs for this season, and then we'll move on from there. I just get a look at some of the tackles and some stats on the backups that don't usually play. LA had no field goals, but did have some extra points made. Punting, AJ Cole. I did a pretty good job, 6 punts. But peace out, rock on YouTube, stay classy, and stay tuned for the next episode.